Today, inshallah, I will give you a tutorial on sets. It's a very small tutorial. And also we have as a homework number 3. It will be available for you. Now, let's start. First, we want to distinguish between belong to and subset. What does it mean, belong to? This notation. What do we mean by belong to? And what do we mean by subset? Feel free to unmute yourself and participate with me. This is a very simple topic that you already learned from school. Okay. If we look over the question, it said, given the following set, A has 3 members, 7, 5, set of 7. So here we have 3 different members. B is a set that contain only the one element, which is 7. We want to give the truth value. B belong to A. What do you think? Is that a true or false? What do you think? Is this a true or false? B belong to. كلمة belong to معناته you should see this member listed inside the set A. Look over what is B. B is equal to the set of 7. Now, set of 7 is a member listed here. Yes, it is the third member here, list of 7. So that means this is true because of the set of 7 is a member inside A. Member معناتها لازم نشوفه listed inside the set. موجود في الست مثل ما هو. لما يقول عندي B subset of A, كلمة subset mean every member here should be there. What is the member in B? The member in B is only the number 7. Number 7 is listed here, is a member inside A? Yes, because of the first element. So 7 is a member in A. في member ثاني؟ لا. So I check only number 7 لأن subset تقول for every X belong to B, it should be also belong to A. What about C? C said the set of phi, this is not equal to phi, okay? If I say a set that contain an empty set, that means this set is not an empty set. They are not equal, okay? This is the cardinality of it is 1. So the set that contain phi is a subset of A. Definition of subset شيقول, it said every element here should be there. So I look over the elements here. How many elements I have? Only 1, which is phi. Phi is a member belong to A. We go and check. 7, phi. Yes, phi is a member in A. So this is true because phi is listed inside A. D said phi subset of A. What does it mean phi subset of A? معناته every element in phi should be element in A. What is the element in phi? Phi is empty. There is nothing in it. So X belong to phi. This is always false. False implies anything is always true. So this is true because phi is a subset of any set. What about E? E said phi belong to B. كلمة belong معناتها نروح B ونشوف phi listed here. No, phi is not belong to B. So in this case, this is false because phi is not a member in B. F, phi belong to phi. What do you think? Phi belong to phi? phi belong to phi? Again كلمة belong to أروح أشوف هاي الست phi أشوف الphi listed inside it. Actually not, because phi there is no element in it. So never you will find anything, whatever this is, belong to phi, because phi is an empty set. So this is false. لكن لو قال لي phi subset of phi, yes, because phi is subset of any set. You have to distinguish between belong to and subset. Set of 7 subset of B. Again subset معناته كل element هني اروح اشيكه موجود هني والله لا. شنو الاليمنتس اللي موجود هني؟ 7. اروح B اشوف B فيها 7. yes فيها 7. so this is true. 7 7 belong to B intersection A. Again, I have to see what is B intersection A, and I will check then later if 7 is a member in that set or not. So look over the common elements between B and A. This is the set A and this is the set B. The common is only number 7. Okay, so the result here will be a set that contains 7. 7 belong to that set? Yes, it's true, because 7 is a member into the intersection between A and B. Question number 2. Given that A is a set that contain 1, B is a set that contain X, where X is a positive integer less than 3, and C contain y, where y the number solve the equation y square minus 7y plus 12 is equal to 0. The universal set is z. Z معناتها all integer number. So what we will do now? We have to try to find what is the element inside B. From the definition here, it said the positive integer less than 3 or equal to 3. So z plus starting from 1. 0 is not there. Okay, remember that. So here, the numbers from 1 to 3 is 1, 2, and 3. Now I will check. These number belong to my universal? Yes. So I will accept and I will say that B is equal 1, 2, 3. دائما ما أقبل أي elements في الست هني ما يكون belong to the universal set. لازم يكون belong to the universal set. لو كان اليونيفرسال set هني مالي z minus بتصير b phi. ليش؟ لأن 1 2 3 does not belong to z minus. Now you look over the second set C. Can you solve the equation and find the value of y that make this equation 0? If you try to solve it, you will find these numbers are 3 and 4. You will check here. 3 and 4 belong to Z? Yes. So I will accept them and I will list them in my set. لو كان طلع لي رقم هني minus half مثلا. This is will not be accepted because this is something does not belong to Z. So whatever you solve here should belong to your domain. The universal set. Now let's find A. A said B intersection C minus A. So first I have to find the intersection between B and C, the common. B and C. What is common between them? The element 3. I will remove intersection مو معناته أنقص. In sets mean removing. I will remove 1. So the result will be this set after removing this set. So 1 is here, 1 is not there. So the result will be the same, 3, because I will not remove anything. الماينس mean removing with the set. مو معناتها subtract. لا حد يكتب لي number 2 I'm not subtracting the numbers. I'm removing. I will remove 1 from the set, but actually 1 is not there, so there is nothing to be removed. A union B complement minus C complement. A union B أروح إلى A و B. What is the union? All the numbers without duplicates. فبتصير عندي 1 2 and 3. This is the union. Complement minus C complement. C is already 3 and 4, so the complement of 3 and 4. What does it mean complement? Complement معناته everything in the universal ما عدا removing 1 2 3 or removing the set itself. So the complement of 1 2 3 will be Z, every element in Z minus 1 2 3. الcomplement of 3 and 4 معناته Z, because my universal is Z, minus 3 and 4. You can list them or you can keep it in the general form. Okay, if I list them, mean 0, minus 1, minus 2, minus 3 till minus infinity, and 1, 2, 3 are not there because they are removed. 4, 5, 6 to plus infinity. Remove from that z minus 3 4. Z minus 3 4 معناتها all integers. 2 to minus infinity, 3 4 are not there, 5 6 to plus infinity. Now I will remove this set from here. What is left here, this is will be my answer. So the integers from 0 to minus 1, they will be removed. Why? Because they are already here. 1, 2 is not there, so I will not remove them because they are not there. 5, 6 to plus infinity, this is also will be removed. So what is left here is only number 4. So the result will be number 4. If you have complement minus complement, you can solve it without the need of listing them by only distribute الماينس. يعني minus z minus minus بصير plus. If you have complement minus complement, okay? Then you will get that minus 1, 2, 3 plus 3, 4. I will just reorder them. يعني 3, 4 minus 1, 2, 3. 1 is not there, so it will not be removed. 2 is not there, so it will not be removed. 3 there, I will remove it. So the left will be only number 4. You can solve it by these two ways. The last part in question 2, we can apply intersection remove on the Cartesian product on any other type of sets. What does it mean, the Cartesian product? The Cartesian product is a special set that contains all pairs. The first one come from the first set, the second one come from the second set. So لما أقول B cross B معناته the pairs 1 1 1 2 1 3 2 1 2 2 3 2 3 3 1 3 2 and 3 3. This is what does it mean the Cartesian product B cross B. لما أقول A cross C, A عندي 1 و C عندي 2 فبتصير عندي 1 3 and 1 4. A cross A معناته A مع A نفسها بصير only one pair which is 1 1. Now we apply intersection will remove. What is common between B cross B مع A cross C? What is common between them? Only 1 3. So the result will be the set that contain the pair 1 3. I will remove from that A cross A. 1 1 is here. No, it's not there. So there is nothing will be removed. So the answer will be the pair 1 3 only inside a set. So whatever the type of the set, كانت integer, كانت animals, كانت fruits, كانت whatever, you can apply the intersection with union, will complement on it. Sometimes they want from us to draw Venn diagram. How to draw Venn diagram? It's very important when you are drawing the Venn diagram. لازم you have to draw the rectangle. Rectangle معناته this is my universal set. And inside the universal set, inside the rectangle, you should represent each set with a circle. So here I have three sets. So I will represent each one with a circle. But you have to make sure that all these conditions are true. So here they said A proper set of B minus C. Proper set معناتها تختلف عن السبset. Subset لما يكون تحتها equal معناتها it could be inside or maybe they are equal. But the proper set معناتها there is no chance for equality. It means you should draw the A as a circle inside the area B but not C. So I know that I will draw A inside this area, but first I should decide what is the relation between B and C. If they did not mention, you will draw this always. But if they mention that in the B intersection C is equal to phi, معناتها I have to separate them. But here in the condition they said there is no intersection. They say there is intersection. So in this case, must you should draw an area intersect between B and C. Then A, you should draw it inside the area B but not C. B but not C معنات here. You should draw an A inside this area. The next drawing, we have to draw Venn diagram. لما يعطيني area هني معناته I have to highlight, must to highlight. I have to highlight B but not A such that A proper set of B, B proper set of C and A is not equal to phi. So I have to draw the rectangle to represent the universal. I have to draw the area A inside B. B should be inside C. A is not equal to phi. Then I have to highlight the area B but not A. So this is the circle B should be highlighted, but do not highlight A. We have a proof on sets. البروف on sets في عندنا طريقتين. identity laws وعندنا طريقة membership. When we have to use identity laws, when we have to use membership. If you have something similar to what I have, very simple one, equal, and the one side equal another side, the most proper one is identity laws. إذا كان عندي subset موجودة, subset, you have to use membership. Now here I will apply for you identity laws. These are very two simple one. What I have to do whenever you have to start from one side try to reach the other side. يمكن نبدي بالleft hand side إذا كان complicated أو نبدي بالright hand side. So here I will start with the left hand side because it is most complicated. The first step is to convert the minus to intersection. This is the first step. So here I have A minus B, it will be A intersection B complement لأن الماينس تتحول إلى intersection complement. This is the first step. Then you can use a distribution law, but here I will not distribution law again because I find something common here between. So whenever I have something common between two parentheses مثل ما كنا نسوي في الأند والأور, we will apply this trick. So instead of distributing, I will do something else. I will consider that this is already distributed. I will take A intersection B. A intersection as a common. What is left is B union B complement. All complement. A union B complement. This is always will be the universal. the union between the set and its complement, this is always the universal. So it will be A intersection the universal all complement. A intersection the universal will be A complement, which is my right hand side. B. B said that A minus C intersection C minus B is equal to 5. نفس ما قلنا we have to start from the left hand side لأنها more complicated. الماينس أول خطوة we have to convert الماينس to intersection. So it will be A intersection C complement. بعدين أحط الانترسكشن C minus B معناته C intersection B complement. نفس قاعدة الآن والأور. إذا كان the same operator inside outside we can remove ال parentheses. So actually it will be the same thing without parentheses لأن intersection inside and outside. Now I will reorder them. I will first find C complement intersection C. The intersection between a complement and the set and its complement, this is always phi because there is nothing common between the set and its complement. So phi intersection anything is always phi, which is the right hand side. Do you have any questions still here or everything is clear? I will start now proving the membership. To prove using the membership, قلنا we use this whenever we find subset in our problem because we can represent subset in a form of a membership relationship. Okay? اللي هو implies statement على membership. Now, if you look over such kind of a question and you find that for any sets A and B, here we have implies statement. تقول if A is equal to phi, then B subset of B minus A. لما عندي يكون في البريمس A equal to phi, the most proper method هي direct. لما يكون الset equal to phi or whatever equal to phi موجود في البريمس side, I will choose a direct proof. يعني I will assume ان ال A is equal to phi and I will assume that I have two sets A and B. احنا قلنا دائما في الدايركت بروف الاسيوم مالي يكون ان عندي الدومين مع البريمس. نفس الشيء هنا. We will apply the same rule. We have two sets A and B such that A is equal to phi. Then we have to show the conclusion B subset of B minus A. وكنا في الدايركت بروف we start from the left hand side and try to reach the right hand side. Here we don't have left and right hand side because there is no equal. Okay, we have a subset. What does it mean subset? What does it mean B subset of B minus A? It means if X belong to B, then X belong to B minus A. Whenever you have subset, you can write its equivalent implies statement. So what I have here is an implies statement. It is not equal. So I cannot start from left to right. دائما proving directly implies statement يصير by assumption. Okay, so this implies can be proved directly. You will say I'm assuming in X belong to B, I have to show that X belong to B minus A. Then you will say let X belong to B. So maybe your instructor start with you from this step. Let X belong to B. Why he choose X belong to B? Because he decide to prove this subset directly. So he assuming that X belong to B and his goal is to show that X belong to B minus A. If he prove that, معناته he prove that B subset of B minus A. So I will say let X belong to B What do I know about A? I know that A is phi. This is from my assumption, outer proof, overall proof, okay? فI will say since A equal to phi معناته A is empty. يعني X does not belong to A. For sure لأن A is empty. شنو معنات X does not belong to A؟ معناته for sure X belong to A complement. فمتى ما شفنا something equal to phi معناته X does not belong to it. معناته it is the same meaning when I say that X belong to A complement. Now I have an X belong to B and I have that X belong to A complement. في الارجيومنت لما كنا نحل نقول B true Q true then B and Q is true. نفس الايديا. You are solving somehow the same logic في الارجيومنت. So you will say that X belong to A, X belong to B معناته X belong to A and X belong to X belong to B and X belong to A complement. I just add them together. When X belong to B and معناته they are belong to the same area, the intersection. الآن أحولها إلى intersection. معناته X belong to the intersection area between B and A complement. واحنا قلنا intersection complement معناتها minus. أحولها إلى X belong to B minus A. So this is how we solve by membership. ليش سمينا الطريقة membership؟ لأن عندنا subset والsubset أعبر عنها بmembership relation belong to. وعشان أثبت هذه directly أو contrapositive أو whatever I have to start by assumption. إذا كان direct I will assume إن ال X belong to the premise اللي هو I have to assume the premise I have to show the conclusion so I will say let the premise which is X belong to B and I will try to reach my goal. The proving steps تكون something similar to the argument and ORing and something like this. The last question is again another proof. But if you look over the question, it said we have any sets A, B, and C. We have three sets A, B, and C, such that A subset of B, B subset of C complement. Then we can conclude A intersection C is equal to phi. لما يكون عندنا equal to phi قلنا من ساعة موجود في البريمس أثبتناها direct proof. لما يكون موجود عندي في conclusion we will use proof by contradiction. So we will assume the negation of the statement. What is the negation؟ هني كان عندي for any sets A, B and C بتصير there is some sets A, B and C such that if then معناتها premise and not conclusion. This is the negation of implies statement. So the premise, I will write it as it is, A subset of B and B subset of C complement, and the negation of conclusion. The negation is not equal to phi. Now, this is in my assumption, بينهم and, so this is true, this is true, this is true. From where I should start? You should start from here, not equal to phi. If I say that in A intersection C is not equal to phi معناته there is at least one number common عشان كذي صارت not equal to phi. So I will assume إن X belong to the intersection area. This is the first step. Then I will say X belong to this area A intersection C معناته X is a member in A and X is a member in C. From the definition of intersection أحول الانترسكشن إلى and. بعدين I can separate them. إذا كانت X belong to A and X belong to C is true معناته I can separate them. Now I have إن X belong to A, X belong to C. I have to find a contradiction. By the way, I'm proving by contradiction. So this is also true. بقول له since A subset of B معناته subset mean if X belong to A then X belong to B. I already show that إن ال X belong to A from this step. واحنا الرولز تقول premise implies conclusion. A premise is true, then I can conclude that the conclusion is true. So I conclude from this that X belong to B also. I know that in the B subset of C complement. This is from my assumption. B subset of C complement أعبر عنها X belong to B then X belong to C complement الممبرشيب representation مالها. بعدين X belong to B is already proved. So معناته X belong to C complement. Now we have a contradiction. شلون ال X belong to C and X belong to C complement. احنا قلنا there is nothing common between set and its complement. فبقول له since X belong to C and X belong to C complement معناته ال X belong to the common area between C and C complement. And this is always equal to phi. X belong to phi? No. احنا قلنا الفاي لما تكون في هاي الطرف there is nothing belong to it because phi is an empty set. So this is the contradiction with a mathematical fact that the X is empty set. Nothing can belong to phi. So this is the contradiction. معناته our assumption false. معناته the statement is true. So احنا whenever we have subset in our statement, السبست أعبر عنها بممبرship implies statement. Okay. وبعدين أسوي I'm applying the same rules that you learn with the argument. الأورنج الأند الفكرة إن الانترسكشن يتحول إلى and اليونيون يتحول إلى or. So this is all about our tutorial for today. Do you have any questions? Do you have any questions? Now, if you log into your account on a Blackboard, you will find homework number 3. I will discuss the homework right now with you now. Let me show you the homework. This is your homework. Your homework consists of 3 problems. Problem number 1 is proving. Prove that for all integer m and n, if m and m plus n is even, يعني ال m is even وال m plus n is also even, both of them are even, then I can conclude that ال n is even. They did not ask here to prove directly, prove by contradiction, or prove contrapositive. They do not mention that. You should decide. This problem can be solved directly, can be solved by contradiction, can be solved by contrapositive. So if you decide to prove it directly, you should mention a proof, direct proof. And you should write for me the assumption to show. I put marks for these things. Then you have to show me your steps. If you did not mention the method, 1 mark will be deducted. If you didn't write assume to show, depending on your method that you choose, I will deduct mark. Okay, so please write everything clear. You have to mention the method very clear. You have to write your assumption according to the method very clear. Then you have to show me your steps. It's a very simple question. You can solve it by any method. prove that question number 2 ان A is not equal to B where A is a set that contain 1 and 2, B is a set, and they give you a general definition here. You have to solve this equation and see what is the value that solve the equation. And if these two sets are equal, you have to prove. How to prove? By checking everyone. If you find that one set contain an element that is not in another set, معناته they are not equal, and you give the counterexample, which element is here but not there. If they are equal, you should check that A subset of B and B subset of A. You have to check every element in A is in B and every element in B is in A. Okay, this is a question number 2. Question number 3, it's about functions. They give you a definition of a function and they want from you to check if it is one-to-one onto. Okay, and this is we will have a tutorial on it on Monday. So I just upload for you the homework. The homework you can start solving 1 and 2. And I think that your instructor will explain for you. Did he start with you functions? Did he start with you the functions? By the way, on Monday, inshallah, I will meet you and I will give you a small tutorial on the functions. It's about half an hour, not that much. And you will be ready to solve question number 3. The due date for the homework, will be the last homework, and the due date will be inshallah on Wednesday. So you have about 1 week to solve the homework. Any more questions? Any more questions? This is for today. If there is no more questions, you can leave the meeting. As I said, homework number 3 will be the last homework. It's a very simple one. To avoid doing mistakes, please show your steps in very clear way, especially for the proof. You have to write the method. You have to write الassumption مالكم according to the method. Then you have to show your steps.